Hey there, welcome back, Marish here, and today we have still Atlas Fallen and my 20 tips and tricks how you can get best out of the game, because the game is in my opinion is very good, so I can show you how it actually makes more fun to play. Alright, so I'll jump, there's always in the description all the in timestamps, so you can find and just read them through however you like. And I will start with point number one already without jumping in a game. So there is a huge debate and a lot of criticism is about the glitches. And I realized I have played and launched only DirectX 12, not the Vulkan version. There are someone mentioned that Vulkan is less stable. Like, no, Vulkan has better time frames, the frames itself, right? The frames per second. But I believe depends on your card, on your system, and your rig, you can have various results. I've played on DirectX 12 only. You can find that under the Steam in find where the game is installed. I don't know how you can launch. There's a forced value how you can force Steam to launch DirectX version, but as far as I read, there are 4 exe files in the game folder. Launch DirectX and launch Vulkan. Check if one of them is more crashing than the other. You know the choice. Otherwise, my first gut feeling, because the DirectX 12 is more advanced, it's better. It is already mature enough that is. At the start, it was unstable. Anyways, this is the first and most important because a lot of negative feedback is about game is crashing and not delivering performance, right? So now I can jump into the game and I will, sorry about the sound. I will have the second point is when we go under settings. Oh, sorry. I am already under settings. There is, of course, we would love to see DLSS, but well, those who don't have NVIDIA card might be happy because AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution is up for everyone. So basically, this works no matter what kind of graphics card you have. Enabling it, and well, I had moderate, there's also aggressive, but this basically helps up with the frame rate. So if you haven't checked it, if I remember correctly, for consoles that's not a thing, but hey, if you are playing on a PC, you have to have this. It's basically nowadays standard. If you're playing without it, and then you complain about low frame rate, it's like, hey dude, you have all the options and tools to make it cool. Of course it's bad, it's not optimized, but we are not going there. This is my advice. Make it at least moderate, turn it on. By default it's off. It shouldn't be like that, but anyways. And then third one, I also read through the comments and everything was, I think it's under here, don't lock. So every action RPG such game has lock option. It sounds good. In every situation it sounds like you lock on the target and then whatever you do will be in that direction. Basically 99% of those games, it sounds good, but it's the worst ever because your camera is locked. If the action, and always the action is a lot of movement around, you will get dizzy and in between and actually in the fight you will want to switch to targets. Like you have the main target. When boss creates ads, small little annoying things that actually they don't do damage, they do even worse, they take away your momentum. You want to switch out and then switch back. For me personally, easier on a PC. That's why I mentioned this is a PC. With the mouse it's far enough to navigate, to retarget. For me, from all the gaming perspective, I'd say it's pretty good. It's snappy. I rarely miss things. Most of your attacks are area of damage anyway, so do not lock. And why I opened this, automatically lock to next target. So if you accidentally hit the middle mouse button and lock on the target, then if this is enabled, you will keep locked, and basically that could give you absolute nightmare feeling about the fight. Or actually just remove it I think it was by default enabled, and do not lock on the fight. Check how that feels. On consoles might be different. It's harder to the locking is required, but hey, then you are kinda also shooting yourself in the feet. If you lock, then you lock a lot of possibilities to move around and all that. Right? So point number 4 is upgrade all armors. Now I need to jump in a game. I will quickly show you. I have captured the moment before big fight happens, but I will guide you through some points without fight, because a lot of points are about fighting. The fight is the whole core of the game. But before that, I will try to jump before the fight happens and explain why you want to upgrade all armors. You will have a lot of armors in the game, and we'll just bring it up. There's options different. Most of the armors will have 3 levels, but the one thing the game was not keen to explain and give the information is perks. There are perks. You can upgrade perks only when you are at Anvil, but the thing is, you get perk points per upgraded armor. So basically, once you get the armor, this, whatever it was, the first level, without any upgrade, you don't have perks. Once you upgrade to level 2, it automatically gives you 1 perk point. So upgrading every single armor to level 1 is already giving you perks. And I highly recommend, so basically you will have the choice. You have 2 armors. Either upgrade from 2nd to 3rd level, or for another armor, just upgrade first time. So any and every upgrade will give you perk points. So the cheapest and fastest way to get perk points is upgrade every armor first time, then upgrade every armor second time, because every next upgrade will cost way more. So it's really cheap to just purchase every single one of the, and you will get the perks. And I will get to the point why. That's right away. The next point is why you want to do that. I need to bring back these same perks. Quick growth and right next to Lucky Spotter. Those are 2 things. Basically, I think this is the most crucial. So increase the amount of essence dust obtained by defeating foes. So you have 2 resources. Money, which will not be a problem, trust me. But the dust, this essence dust at the corner, it is required to upgrade armor, to upgrade stones, to a lot of things, basically everything. And that's the core of it. These essence stone upgrades are really, really expensive, especially when you want to upgrade more of them. So the fastest you get to these 2 perks, those are the only 2 perks that influence how fast you get that sweet essence dust. As soon as you get them, I get them quite late when I realize how to get those perk points. But so anyways, upgrade those armor and get those 2. This one, of course, is more straightforward. Whenever you will kill enemy, you will get a little bit more, and this little bit more will add up. And the second one, you need to pick up those plants. That's the only, well, it involves extra farming, but you will farm anyways. You will just pick up by sliding over the flower. So having those 2 maxed out, there are 3 points in each of them. Only then go for anything else. At the end, you will have all of them. All the perks are unlockable. So this is important to have absolutely easy time. Every time you have enough those dusts and anyways. Then Idol's Pulse is one thing I'm going to show you under Gauntlet. This is all the essence stones. I will just briefly scroll you through how much there are. So I am going to show and say only one thing about one stone. This is the active stone, and it's called Idol's Pulse. I picked it up whenever I just randomly picked my chose, and I never ever changed it. So basically what it does, you have your idol as a heal option, right? And it over time regenerates and allows you to heal more. So basically you don't, it's not like Souls-like game where you have limited amount. When you run out, you need to rest. Here they regenerate over time, not over time, over fight. This one thing, as you can read, restores high amount of the energy. So basically it refills your healing stone. It's not actually stone, it's the idol. But anyways, but look closely. If you upgrade this one idol's pulse, sorry, I have a big head over this, but I will read it to you. Basically, the second upgrade increases the duration, how long this regenerates back your idol, the healing stone. But second upgrade, when it's at level 7, further increases duration and additionally regains health during those 9 seconds. So you have your main healing thing, and this basically is an active another healing over time. I just cannot stress enough how this changes everything, basically having 2 heals. Of course, you are taking one of 3 actions away and making it a heal, but for me it felt like it's natural thing to do, you know. Survival is the, anyways, my advice is to have this as a heal. And yeah, anyways, then next is the fuse and upgrade carefully. This point is about why I have so much. Fuse is basically when you create it. So these currently are just, I know the recipe how to make this essence stone. And the upgrade, you see currently here it says it doesn't require any essence dust, so basically only resources. But the thing is, if you mouse over and let's say I want to run with this one, where yeah, I need to move myself a little bit so I'm not in front, sorry. But where were I? So you see how, where's my mouse? I lost my mouse, sorry. You see how much it costs. Let me find some most expensive. Yeah, this is the most expensive. So at that side of the screen, basically 5,000 for the latest upgrade, and on top of that you still need tainted leaves, you need bloom, you need shroom, and you see nook shroom at that side. I have only 16. So just crafting something here at the bottom lines, you see, this is a good example. I can spend, but I have only 8 aquatic delay. Anyways, resources are not, you can find them, and they are, you can get them from enemies, the cores and the metals and the flowers you can pick up. But what I'm trying to say is I have finished the game. I have basically run through all the maps many times back and forth. I still cannot craft everything and upgrade everything. So you need to pick what seems or what looks like you want to have, then test it without upgrading, and only when you are sure that that will not be the waste of your resources, then upgrade. It sounds stupid, and of course whenever you upgrade it makes every single them better, but just be aware, don't spend on I don't know, one stone that looks cool, you run around a little bit and they're like nah, and then you can't get any of those resources back. As far as I can tell, it's for good. It's once you upgrade, there isn't, right, yeah, there isn't. So point next is inspect armor carefully. So this is about the armors itself. Let me just bring it up the same. Why inspecting is important. Let's start with the basic, especially the start of the game. You can have a chance, not can, but this armor, for example, if you have this recruitment garments fully upgraded, it's level 3. There is no third upgrade. It will stay. These numbers represents the level of armor. For example, the next armor, once you pick it up, I think it's level 2, so it seems worse. But the thing is, it has 3 upgrade levels, and it will push to 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So at the end, it will be 5. So check and see how where this armor will be upgraded. And basically still the previous point say that you will have to upgrade them all eventually to get those sweet perk points. But where, and at the start when you don't have so much this dust, check, because there will be a point where you will have 2 or 3 armors in your hand, but the dust only to upgrade 1 or 2. So check carefully where these relationships between them. You see, this one is upgraded 6th, this one is defense is less but well recovering more. And not only that, besides the differences in upgrade levels, most of the armors are 3-level upgrades they can have, but the first one at the start is a bit tricky. But the most important why check is about these details. Not going to spend too much time, only first armor don't have this, but second one, to additional stats, to have them, you need to have essence stones. Whenever you switch to any other armor, they will most definitely have different requirements. If you don't meet them, you don't have this extra defense. It doesn't mean you have to go for this. Let's try to pick something else. Okay, this one. For example, here you have to spend 2 momentums to have 2 momentum essence stones, and you will have 9 offense. But just imagine, instead of those 2 momentum stones, you can put 2 offensive stones. Offense, basically attack stones. If those 2 offense stones outweigh only 9 offense, there is no criteria that says no, it doesn't. My gut feeling is, if you are running without any momentum and now you are pushed to have 2 momentum, I'd say leave it. This 9 plus 9 offense will not be outweighing. Just leave with your own setup. So check the stats, and most important, the game in some of the tips explains it. Unique armor trait unlocks only when you have the full final level upgrade. So that is kind of important. Now I will switch to latest armors, where this one has a small chance to create small area of healing for you and your allies. Sounds okay-ish. Requires 3 momentum stones, oh my god. Then this one significantly increases the damage dealt to slowed and crystallized enemies. So only in 2 specific states increases the damage. Okay. And this one, moderate chance to negate damage of an incoming attack. Yes, and you will have a lot of incoming attacks. And damage ascent stones required and healing stones that I'm naturally running around with. So this was a perfect match. So, okay, too much time spent, but it is crucial to pay attention. When to ignore, when not to ignore, and when it perfectly aligns with your setup of gauntlet essence stones, right? Next is experiment with essence stones. This is also, it seems like I have run with only these, but no. I have changed, I have checked, because it is interesting to switch around, especially when you level up these armors, when sometimes it's required not maybe momentum stones, but switching between armor and guarding the yellow ones. I actually pretty like the yellow ones. That makes you more tougher. You don't die that easily. You can sometimes just purely ignore incoming attacks, because if you build up your setup, and that's what I'm trying to say. There is no one right way. Despite the fact I said, yeah, this Idol's Pulse is amazing, maybe you don't need that extra heal. If you put, I don't know, everything yellow, I mean, you're almost become invincible. That's also, now actually I hate myself for not checking it out. It might be pretty cool. Or other way around, make everything about healing, so basically you're just walking around healer and you receive the damage but you out heal it easier. So it is fun. Don't sit on one setup, right? Then now rest of the 10 points is regarding the fight, because the fight is big thing. I will jump back in the game that will push me to the big fight, and I'll try to go from there, right? So basic knowledge is, well, kind of basic, but it is important to block red, because blocking gives you, yeah, blocking gives you edge over enemy. You can dodge absolutely everything, but every enemy, when they attack, you see this is a red incoming, there will be red signs, red flashes, red everything. And if you see this crystallized enemy is because I basically blocked the attack. And here blocking is when you enable this armor. I have other, of course, measurements increased, but so this is basic knowledge, but it's important not to dodge everything. I think that's how to emphasize, because once they are crystallized, they die pretty cool. So this is first thing. Now let's enable some heals so I don't die. And just a second. Okay, next point is Q and R are instant. These are keyboard buttons. I'm just running around. So this is Q is the armor, and what is important to understand, you can click like a maniac with attack skills. Once you click Q, it automatically instantly gives you that shield. That means you don't need to think about the pace or clicking or clicking Q or nothing like that. And the same goes for healing that comes for button R. Let me try to not try. I will. Can someone hit me, or I can just heal myself? Okay, hit me. It doesn't matter. So I press R whenever whatever is happening in the middle of fight, in the middle of bombing, in the middle of a lot of enemies attacking, it instantly, automatically happens. Why it is important and why I put emphasizes it, so you know that you can and should all the time keep an eye on them whenever you need to click Q and whenever you need to click R. Next point is, that's combined with the previous point, is 1 to 3. These are abilities. These are the active essence stones. They are not instant. This is the. Remember when I mentioned that Idol's Pulse is amazing because it heals? Let me demonstrate what happens if someone attacks. Wait, sorry, not wrong button. If someone attacks, please attack me, and I press 1. It literally takes up to, I don't know, 1.5 or 1 second. You are even frozen in a time that you can use in your advantage. And that is not only about the healing stone. Also, let me show you. I will jump, so you will see. If I jump and then I fall back, right? It's normal. But if I jump and then cast something, I am frozen in the middle of air because I am doing that action. It is important, for example, if you fight enemy, big boss, and he makes, well, they do attack basically on time after time. And if you see enemies not attacking and you think, all right, and you are too late, and then you hit the heal button, you will be not able to dodge out of that or do any moment. You will be frozen at the time. So you need to be really, sometimes, a lot of times, you kinda press heal, but you lose more damage because you should be dodging out of that situation first. And basically healing and all those actions, you need to time them properly, so to avoid incoming damage and all that thing. That is exactly the reason why I like my slowing bubble, because then you have more time in between, so you can heal and all that and whatnot. All right, next is our fight is proceeding further. Stone locations matter, so pay attention to my screen. You see the blue bar, which is full. Why? Because I am apparently full with that. So pay attention. I am opening up still this preset. Under the bar, each of these icons are represented. They are not all together. They are in the same order because they do not, I repeat, do not work immediately. Especially when you are looking at these tier 3, this last passive, they will enable themselves, the passive ones and the active ones become active only when the bar reaches them. Let me show you back the fight. So you see the fight, I will lose a little bit. Yeah. I need to receive some blue incoming damage because it removes my momentum. Nah, not this one, I need blue damage incoming. You see the bar below? Now it's taken away, and you see at the what is the ability? This is the passive one. It's not working at the moment because I don't have enough momentum. So this blue bar represents. So this, as you understand currently, then the more blue, the more momentum you receive, the faster you get your abilities to work, your passives to work. So yeah, this is the same important. I allow to take it away, so you see it's there. And in the same time, for example, you have 3 passive abilities. The first you put in a far left side will be activated quicker. So if you need something, sooner, for example, the same healing is here, the first absolute action that is becoming immediately available as soon as I make a little bit momentum. And then in priority, this is the one that attacks my enemies. And here the same, my defense in tier 2, my defense stone is the first one. So as soon as I have this blue bar about in the middle, I have this on and it's working and it's protecting me. And only then comes other offense abilities, right? So these locations, they are not random. Keep that in mind if you haven't figured that out. And I'm moving forward and fast enough, of course, because I am too long explaining things, and abilities don't use momentum. This is some cool thing why I think this game is so amazing. I just explained how you need to reach certain level. Oh no, you hit me. A certain level of this blue bar before you can do something or anything. But the thing is, as soon as you're active, those stones are enabled. Using them do not reduce that momentum, which means as soon as you have them unlocked, you don't lose your sweet momentum if you don't receive blue damage, of course. So using them, for example, I'm running around now. I can demonstrate how it works. I am healing without my idol even, but with the same active ability that I showed you and what I like. It is first ability, it's always basically enabled as soon as fighting starts, and they don't have any other limitation. As soon as your blue bar has reached the point, damn, it's angry. You can run around and just avoid any incoming damage, and whenever cooldown is off, I enable my healing over time, and I'm okay. Alright, just give me a moment. And Doge gives immunity. This will be simple. Pay attention to the left side of the screen. What happens when I dodge? You see? That little thing, it shows you the region when the next will be happening, but you can check. Let me demonstrate it even better. I dodged through the tornado, and well, it's hard to demonstrate you, because you see, I dodge in the same direction where, damn it, hard to demonstrate these things. But the dodge itself, it doesn't matter if you are still in the harm's way, because for the brief period of time you have this immunity. Basically, that how the mechanics work. I'm failing miserably to demonstrate it. See? I am dodging under... Come on. That was bad dodge. In the same direction, in the same area, in the same where the hit is happening, but as... See? Yes, I think now I have demonstrated it. Well, I have a lot of defensive mechanisms that prevent incoming damage, but anyways. You will see how it... Yeah. Now I have lost all my momentum. Not a single one of my abilities are there. Actually, I need to move myself a little bit away. So you see, I have all these, that side, they are gray. None of them are available because my blue bar is absolutely empty. Doing something about that. You see, and as soon as I have a little bit momentum, my heal is back online. Which is what I want, and of course, let me switch to the next point, otherwise the fight is taking too long. So tailoring the playstyle itself is, I am currently showing off a little bit. I have, this is the defense, one of the biggest defense mechanisms, armors. So I can withstand quite a lot of damage, and at the same time I have 2 or 3 defense stones. So I am quite tough, but it doesn't mean it's the only way. If you put a lot of momentum and you can build up your momentums, that's not my playstyle. I like to play like invincible god and then it's fun, but that's only me. Your experience and your playstyle might be quite different. So my advice, check, build, test, and see for yourself. Yeah, these blue takes away your momentum, the red takes away your health. That's basically, that was one of the first fighting points I gave to you. All right, next up is check your combo moves. You see, I'm receiving a lot of damage, but I don't care. I just heal up with the same heal. The blue ones I don't like. And about the combo moves, it's back in your inventory under journey. Not journey, when you find your weapon types, you know, there's combat moves. Glad that I moved myself a little bit out of that, because now combat moves are there. Yeah. Mouse over and press space. The funny thing is, every single such game has a lot of movements and playstyles and everything. Not playstyles, but combos. Yeah, here's the combos. But you will not always remember them. So after you play a while, then you can just remind yourself. For example, I will show you one that I always... This one. I never knew there is such thing. I just noticed sometimes in the fight when you accidentally hit it, but actually when you evade and then attack, it gives you this huge boost. I'm like, I needed to remind myself. All right, so that's that. I'd say, yeah, don't forget. You can anytime just open up and remind yourself what was done to get some things. And yeah, the C combination from the air to hit ground, yes, absolutely amazing. And then more about, this is the fight tips and finish up the fight, but explore everything. And by why there is almost, there shouldn't be almost. Basically, my tip is explore absolutely everything. One only exception is the last map. I don't know why they didn't have so much time, but every single map in the game, but the last one, will have hidden gems everywhere. if you find a ledge, if you find a hole, if you find a small gap in between, you find anything remotely that seems like there might be something, there will be it. You will find chests, you will find these artifacts, you will find that basically so much emphasis on exploring because it is rewarding. It's not like just vast open world and you're just... Another debate would be how useful are those things you pick up, because let me just show my artifact thing. I haven't sold a single one through the whole game. They want you to sell it. I was just, I'll keep it. I'm a hoarder, so. But you can sell them for money, and money you can trade for other goods. So yeah, I knew I was... Yeah, anyways. So you will find a lot of them. They will give you money. From money you can purchase those sweet stones and recipes and armor. So yeah, anyways. Explore, and that's how you can get all those new cool awesome things in the game. And last tip, sorry for taking too long, is revisit changed environments. This is something I don't know how I feel about it, because normally when I comb through the map, I can open up, this is the first map. When I comb through, I visited there, I am sure nothing is missed out, I'm good to go. So when you progress the game, it will be like story driven, like some attack happens in that camp, or someone is moving from that location to that location. After those big changes, that's what I call environment changes, this game particularly throws in more things. So basically, whenever, let's say, one party moves from side A to side B, then even if you cleared out and picked up every pickable item and everything collectible, after they left, there basically popped up a new thing, basically journal that says, hey, there was this camp, the leftover and something. At one point, it's a bit annoying because you need to revisit, but from other side, it gives you even more, and it basically tells the story and everything around it. So keep in mind, this is something that was surprise, let's say, because after a while I'm coming back, I'm quite sure this journal was not there before. I'm like, yeah. And after a few moments, I'm like, yes, they are putting things when whole story and environment progress pushes forward. So that's that. With all these tips and tricks, you should be able to jump in a game. I just showed you quite big battle of how I easily handled it. Even at the end, it's leveled up to your level. Yeah, bonus tip out of the blue, I just don't be afraid to finish the game, because after you finish the game, they throw you back before final boss. And not only that, they level up every single enemy through all the maps to your level. So it kind of, I was expecting and I wanted it even sooner, because the higher level enemies, the more enjoyable fight is, and the more, of course, they drop the sweet essence dust. When you want to finally level up and build your final upgrade for your armor, or try that one stone that is not upgraded or something like that. Anyways, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I like the game. I'm not pushing to you, but with these tips and tricks, you should enjoy it even more, I hope. And stay tuned. Any other questions in the comment section, and try to answer all of them. If not, my awesome community already answers them before I can even read them. And we will meet in other videos. Cheers.